welcome to Well Rounded Momma's YouTube channel. This month we are going to try something a little different so that you could hear from more than one of us down here. This year we are choosing topics to cover each month, and this month it's all about babies. Thank you for joining us. If you find this video helpful, like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and you will get notified every week of a video. Our goal this year is to launch a video every Thursday. Today's specific topic is about the craziest baby deliveries we have ever attended as birth professionals. Woohoo! So we had a lot of talking happening before the video and going too specific. So we're going to keep these as general as possible so that our clients don't feel like we're ratting them out. I will start the topic off because I have one that I have shared before. A first-time mom who was in labor, and it actually was moving very quickly for a first-time client. And so by the time I walked there, we didn't have automobiles.
Uphill in the snow.
What the hell is wrong with me? So by the time I got into the birth, the mom was already in the bathtub. Because she had been in the bathtub, her mom had drained the bathtub to put fresh water in because the baby was coming. My client is currently in an empty bathtub. Her partner was a chiropractor, so he definitely wanted to do the delivery, and he definitely wanted to be a hands-on dad. And so we were like, let's do this. So as she was in an empty tub, I was behind her husband was in front of her. I said, you can reach down and you can feel your baby's head coming. And he reached down, he felt that the baby's head was coming, and I said, so the baby's gonna come out. Generally the head comes out, and then with another contraction, the whole baby will come out. Well, as we all know, that doesn't always happen that way. Sometimes the baby comes out in one push. And that is what happened with her next contraction. The baby came out in one push, went flying past me and her husband's hands, hit the tub with the loudest thud that could be heard around the world. That was how her baby came into this world. Welcome, baby! When we're squatting, we always kind of worry, right, about what would happen if. But that's why, she's squatting in the tub. She's probably like realistically 7 inches off the ground. But the tub just being empty was so loud. You should go drop something in the tub just to see. We all kind of gasped and went, it's fine. And the baby started crying. And
giraffes have to fall like 7 feet.
Yeah, that's true. So
that's true. In comparison, it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
7 inches is like 7 feet to a giraffe, moral of the story. Fine. Baby was 100% healthy. That kind of had 2 more babies with me after that. How could dad be prepared for some kid that was going to come flying out of her like a
torpedo?
Like a little torpedo. You guys have anything that comes to mind?
Ooh, I do. When I was studying to be a doula. It was a hospital birth. This was a first-time mom. Her husband was probably one of the funniest guys I've ever met. He's really outgoing. He's super loud. He's from Hawaii, so he's like a big brother. And he just has this like larger-than-life like personality, right? So we're pushing, okay? I have a leg. Dad has a leg. We're in the hospital. We're pushing. And all the nurses in the hospitals, they love to coach you when pushing, right? They'll count down. They'll say, come on, mama, push, push. So my client's husband, being larger than life personality, when he heard everyone else saying push, he decided he needed to start saying push. But it wasn't a regular push. It was like, baby, push! So loud. Yeah. So I'm looking at the nurse, I'm looking at the mom, and the mom, surprisingly, reacted to her husband yelling push better than any of us. So I looked around and checked my surroundings, and I said, you know what? This is what she needed. She needed her husband, and she needed the way that he yelled push to get her to push. And it was one of my first moments as a birth professional where I looked at the scenario and I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to come across very similar scenarios where I just have to sit back and say, this is fine, this is how this is going, this is how this family's gonna react, and this is okay. But she ended up pushing out this beautiful baby girl, and he did not stop yelling push the entire time that she was pushing. So loud. I can't even explain it. I can't even make the noise.
Like the rock
that was
push.
Just like this major screaming push. But her reaction was so calm. It's like when she would hear him yell, her eyes just closed and she was in the zone. So that was one of my funny stories.
I can share one. This was just gross, but crazy. Good one. Good setup, right? I was at a birth with Tiffany, and we had already thought this client's water had broken. She happened to be pushing on her bed. I'm standing off to the side of Tiffany. Tiffany's sitting there, and we're pushing, and all of a sudden, this client had like a force bag. Yeah, like a bulge bag. And the water just broke, and it went all up Tiffany's face and all onto me. So we are just sitting there, covered in amniotic fluid, but she's still pushing her baby out. Tiffany, I remember her looking at me being like, "Can somebody wipe my face?" Like, somebody have a towel. So we're like trying to dry ourselves off. I ended up changing into like the mom's clothes because my clothes were so soaking wet. Yeah, that was fun. Good times.
I have a story. Recently, I was doing a newborn exam on a baby boy, and being a boy mom, I should have 100% realized this, but I had unswaddled him to take him out and put him on the measure mat, and he peed all over me. And I was so surprised, but after I realized, like, of course he's cold, he's going to have that reaction. But it was the most shocking thing to me because in all of my apprenticeship, it's not happened to Sherry or like not that I could remember.
I'm above being peed on.
Yeah. Right? Well, I mean, we don't get to pick and choose those moments. But it's just so funny because it's not something that we regularly see in like birth, in the birth experience. We might have to like deal with getting fluids and feces on us with birthing people, but not always from the baby. And that 100% happened. It was just so shocking, which shouldn't have been as shocking to me as it was, but that's like a funny experience that stood out.
I feel like I have so many good ones, but I'm going to share one I've shared before, and I love this client. We're good friends now, but Kyla was with me.
She's just shaking.
Rory was with me too. So cute. She's a first-time mom. She, switched care from a provider late because she wasn't getting what she wanted, and she's having like this great home birth. It's still a really long birth, but pretty average for first-time mom stuff. She kept saying that she had to go to the bathroom, and she said she'd go pee, but what I didn't realize is she wasn't really fully emptying her bladder, and had I known better, obviously I would have done something different. But after the baby finally came out, because her bladder was so distended, she like a fire hose peed all over me. Like, and not just like 2 liters, solid 2 liters, I swear. I was soaked in urine.
Sorry.
It was bad.
So like pee all day.
Oh, I did. No, well, and then it like stopped, and I went to go do something else, and she peed on me again. So like,
it caused her to be so relaxed.
Yeah,
Tori, what a good midwife.
But the best part about this is not that she even peed on me. It's that later I'm still in these clothes, and because we were dealing with some other stuff that had gone on at the birth that just needed to be dealt with first, the priorities. We got her situated in bed, and I was planning on asking for a change of clothes, but before I could even do it, I'm handing her baby, we're getting her situated back in bed, she's starting to nurse, and she goes, "Oh my God, what smells like piss?" And I go, that would be me. Like, I don't even think it registered with her that she peed on me. But I went home in her husband's clothes, because she is much tinier than me, and that was also a fun conversation when I got home in somebody else's boys' clothes. I got home in like men's basketball shorts and a men's t-shirt. So it was a good time for everybody.
Since I haven't really been to too many births, I'm just going to talk about mine. I think the funniest part of my birth would probably be Jason peeing as he was coming out.
Yeah.
Like,
His little legs hanging out.
I clearly was, I'm going to say the word delusional, because I literally wasn't there at my birth mentally. I was just la la la. But watching the birth video, I'm not even sure who was recording it. Who's you? Oh my God.
That woman, Jill.
It was so funny, just literally seeing his little butt come out. And then all of a sudden you see the stream, and it's just like, ooh, there's your pee.
Should probably say too that he was breech.
He was breech. I'm so sorry. I had a breech home birth, which was also a surprise. That was very fun. Best experience ever. And I was covered in his poopy, so that was also fun. I had poop on my legs and pee. It's fine. It's fine.
I just like hearing you
Being
say
a mom.
poopy. I was covered in his poopy.
What should I say? Just poop?
I think it's I think what's interesting at the end of the day is babies come out and covered in vernix, some mom's blood, some amniotic fluid, poop, pee, and how incredibly endearing and connected you are to this human, even as birth professionals, something we laugh about now, but the truth is in the moment,
Nobody cares.
Nobody
cares because
No.
we're so invested in what's going, and we're so privileged and honored to be there as this human being is making their entrance into the world, that it's one of the things that we laugh and chuckle about. But the truth is what an amazing job that we have as these humans kind of come into this life, that they can be greeted in this way of love and compassion and just kind of an acceptance of
No judgment.
what that entrance looks like. If you have a funny story that happened during your delivery with your baby, please feel free to comment down below. We're going to be better this year about looking for your comments. We do appreciate when you participate with us. We have so many videos out there now, sometimes it's hard to keep track of, but we would love to hear from you. But thank you again for joining us. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, and we will see you next Thursday.
Bye.
I hope everyone at least smiles.
I'm gonna get through like 2 for sure. Solid 2.
Well, if we're quick about it, we can get it done.
Oh my god, is there recording? Yeah, put your phone down, crackhead.
Oh.
That's a great intro.
Okay, ready?
No, no.